So why are you limiting your life? Because we're gonna die one day. Tomorrow is not promised. When we woke up this morning, you were able to see this video and you're holding back on your potential because of other people. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop trying to fit in. I'm just gonna be me. I'm just gonna wake up in 2024 and just do me, be me, and for me. And that's kind of the wave that I need you to be on, because some of the people around you don't want to evolve. Some of the people just want to be where they want to be, and they don't want to see, like I mentioned before, they want to see you in a box. They want to see where they met you. They don't want to see that you found yourself and that you know your power, or that you know that you can be powerful. Like, they're just watching, making sure that you're eating the breadcrumbs. Ladies, my beautiful ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing in your journey of reinventing yourselves this year? And I want you to feel a part of this journey with me. Today, my ladies, we are going to be talking about things I have removed in the last 3 months to pretty much reinvent myself intentionally and a lot faster than it should take. And I felt that I needed to share a few things with you that I have given up in order to become my best self. This year, I'm even more intentional on who I can possibly become and really finding her, because in the last 3 months, I've seen the work that I've been doing in front of me expand. And I just see that as I pour into myself, I let go of a lot of things that were holding me back, or things that I was fearful or doubtful of that were actually holding me back. I've gotten rid of them. I want you to know that change is possible, but sometimes we stall. Sometimes when we're on this journey of trying to find ourselves, trying to achieve our goals, trying to want and see more for ourselves, it can become discouraging. And that's usually because we keep the same behaviors and habits that we think we can get a new result, or we don't realize that you cannot produce or achieve different results with the same behaviors and the same way of thinking and carrying yourself. What does my higher self look like? And am I living up to the expectations for myself and the boundaries and standards for myself that my higher self would be proud of? Because we're not waiting until the end of the year, babe. We're doing it before the end of the year. So if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and let's get into the video. So we want some results. We want instant results. And these changes that I've made can happen for you instantly. So maybe you can apply these into your own life and into your own routine. And in January, I woke up and I knew that I just felt this potential. I just knew that I was sleeping on myself. And I know that you feel the same way, okay? I know that you know that there's more inside of you, that you can be doing way more with your talents, with who you are. Some of you guys are funny. Some of you guys are comedians. You're great at singing, so talented, so creative, but we hold ourselves back. And the main reason is because of the fear of what other people are going to think of us. And I had to let that go. Immediately, I was like, I need to let that go. Here are the few things that I had to give up. Number one, we're going to start with aggressive music. I'm a girly that just loves her trap music, her hip hop music. And I had to take a step back, because if you look at our celebrities, their lifestyle, what they portray, and a lot of things that have been coming out in the media recently, because it's unfortunate for some, they don't pay attention to the lyrics that we can remember, but we cannot remember any Bible scriptures or anything like in books that teach us to just be great, to be ourselves, to be authentic, to not live of the world. And some of these lyrics, I love the music, I love the beats, I love how it hypes me up, but I just knew that it wasn't serving my mindset and it wasn't serving the direction that I wanted to go. I knew that, you know, I like aggressive music, and when I'm working out, I love an aggressive beat. You know, I'd be listening to the Cardi B's, to the, you know, City Girls. I would be listening to all of these young rappers and aspiring artists, and if you just listen to the lyrics and the intention behind it, it just doesn't align with a graceful woman. You know, just looking at them in the media itself, they don't portray someone that you want to be like. It's just not the vibe and the aura that I needed to be listening to. I listen to a lot of podcasts, but I had to really take in that when I'm not in the mood to listen to a podcast, what am I listening to? And that's usually like the radio or on Spotify music. So I recently switched to gospel music as I started to seek God more, and I wanted to build a relationship with God like how I build a relationship with my man or my friends or with you guys. But I made sure that I just got rid of all of my demonic music, and I just started listening to, you know, Afro beats, like just healthier music, gospel music. I have a gospel workout playlist, so if you haven't already checked it out, the link is below. And that is what I listen to. I've found a lot of gospel artists that, you know, still come with those trap beats, still come with those hip hop beats. And, you know, it's just so good to see that there is always an alternative to our solutions, our problems, our worries, and it for the better, because the lyrics, honestly, in a lot of these new songs that I'm listening to, hypes me up to be me, to be faithful, to be to hold integrity, to be a good person in the world where there's so much evil. And number 2 is going to be caring about what other people think. I know we can all relate to that, and I'm telling you, that's the main thing that is holding us back. We care too much of the opinion of other people. And let me tell you something, people are never going to stop talking about you, so why not give them a good story? Why not write your own storybook and be so proud of who you became because you didn't let the fear of other people and society write your book for you? And so I knew that this year I just needed to stop caring. I was going to make a YouTube channel, and even when I made my YouTube channel, I barely posted it on my social medias. I said, whoever's going to support me is going to support me. But God, I needed strangers. I needed a community that doesn't already know me so that we can grow together, because a lot of people put you in a box. They put you in what you think or what they think you should be, or who you were yesterday. And when you start to evolve, they don't want to accept that you want better and that you can become better. So they put you and they keep you in this box, and they don't support you. They don't make you feel good sometimes about, you know, you wanting to level up your life. So I said, I'm just gonna let them watch. And who cares? Because at the end of the day, if I'm fully in my purpose, if you're fully in your purpose, then the outside noise doesn't matter. You wake up with more hunger to just help more people, to just love on more people, to pour into yourself. And while you pour into yourself, you're pouring into other people. So why are you limiting your life? Because we're gonna die one day. Tomorrow is not promised. When we woke up this morning, you were able to see this video. That was a blessing that we were able to wake up this morning, while there are people in the hospital, newly in the hospital, that woke up fighting for their life or just died in their sleep. And you're holding back on your potential because of other people. I said, not this year. This year is a bold year. This year is a faithful year. This year I made a faith board so big, it's bigger than my vision board. And everyone should have a vision. You should have goals. You should have a target. That's the only way you get to move forward, right? But without faith and without trusting God's direction, and just believing that even through these hurdles, even through these obstacles and challenges, that he's just building your character for who you could possibly become. I'm telling you right now, it is so possible for you to achieve everything you desire with faith, with belief, and just stop caring what other people think. Okay. Number 3 is fear and doubt. I had to get rid of those two things, right? Because we can all relate to those, the fear and the doubt, especially self-doubt. I needed to build my confidence. And the funny thing is, a lot of people will already look at me like, oh my God, she's confident, or she's this, or she's that. Oh my gosh, I want to aspire to be like this woman. But let me tell you something. You got to work on your confidence daily, because it's just reality. Sometimes it's just shot. Sometimes you don't wake up feeling your best. Sometimes you doubt yourself, or most times we doubt ourselves. And I knew that I needed to find my potential, and I needed to really seek so deep that I wasn't looking for external validation. I'm not showing up because I need people to praise me or, make me feel good about myself. No, I needed to start feeling good about who I am, who I can possibly become, and the work that is necessary for me to do in order to make this my reality, right? Confidence it has to be built. It cannot be taught. It's a daily practice that, some of you guys are not doing. Looking yourself in the mirror and saying you're great, you're capable of good things, you're deserving of good things. No, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself, oh, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, I can't wear this. It's not going to look good. Or I can't wear this. Somebody's going to we care too much. Okay. Oh, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I need to go get this alteration. I need to go do this. I'm not going to start my channel until I get my nose done. Listen, listen, I'm using my iPhone, okay, and some lights off of Amazon. If I continue to wait, I don't know what could come of tomorrow. And so I said, I don't need anything. I just need to be myself. And that's why I don't preach about buying a bunch of stuff on my channel. I want you to know that everything you have is right here already. It is already built inside of you, but it requires work. It requires, when you look yourself in the mirror, that you see the power already there. You have to see that you are this woman already. It's going to take more work. Who you are right now, you are already where you need to be. Who we are in the work of progress, progressing forward, never backwards, right? I want you guys to know that you have to look yourself in the mirror and hold yourself with such grace and standard about yourself, because nobody else can make you feel beautiful. Nobody else can make you feel like the woman that you want to become. It takes self-practice and self-work daily. Number 4, I stopped chasing people. And let me tell you something. I just don't like chasing people, and you shouldn't either, because we've been chasing people. I've been in, love where I've been chasing romance, chasing the need to feel loved, chasing the need to feel seen and heard and just validated. I needed you. I need me, and I don't need you. We need to change this around, because the only person you need in this world is yourself and God. Trust me. Let's break the chains today, because listen, I just told myself this year, I'm not chasing people who aren't pouring into me, who aren't supporting me, who don't reach out to me. Again, if you're not trying to build a relationship with this person, and a respectful relationship that you feel that it's equal in terms of your communication, your effort, your language, how you speak to each other, then I'm not chasing you. And I don't care if you're mad about it. You weren't putting in effort. Why am I always texting you, reaching out to you, making plans, and you never text me, you never call me? I've had so many people wish me success in such a short time of me being on this platform. And I haven't seen my friends or people who I thought were my friends or supported me reach out to me and even text me, hey, I see what you're doing, good job. No. And that's when I said, you know what, I'm not going to chase people. I'm going to work on me. I'm going to pour into me. I'm going to put all my effort, my free time into me and who I can possibly become. I need you guys to start doing the same thing, because why are you breaking yourself, breaking your back for other people who are not doing that for you? They're not putting you on the same pedestal that you're putting them. I'm not calling or texting you. If you're not making time for me, if you're not, on the same wavelength and the upward hill, I want to be there for you, but I'm not chasing you. You know what I mean? You're going to see me evolve, and I'm sorry, some people just got to be left behind. It is what it is. Family, friends, acquaintances, jobs, people. Number 5, drinking. I gave up drinking. Actually, I have never been like a hard drinker. I'm usually driving, and I love driving. I drive a Corvette C8, and you've probably seen it on some of my thumbnails. I drive a fast baby, and I love driving her around. I love being a Black woman stepping out of a luxury vehicle, and I love driving it. But I just knew that I needed to stop, and just not only because I love driving, but I also love waking up and feeling really good. I know when people wake up with hangovers, they can last and really deteriorate you through the day. Like, you don't wake up feeling good. And if I don't wake up feeling good, then my day is going to be wasted with me trying to cope on why I don't feel good. And then you're probably just going to binge eat or just choose other self-sabotaging coping mechanisms to pull you out of your hangover. And I was just like, you can drink, but to be drunk to where you lose your classiness, you're slurring your words, you can't walk in your heels, you're barefoot outside. I don't want to see you barefoot outside. Like, that is disgusting. That is disgusting. People spit on the floor. It's disgusting. It's like you shouldn't even be wearing your shoes in the house. Exactly. Let me tell you something. Like, you don't always need to go out to be drunk. You don't always have to have a glass with you everywhere. Like, some people are just over abusing this drinking because it's their coping mechanism. It's how they pull themselves out, or how they've seen society just make it such a popular thing of how you pull yourself out of stress, or how you pull yourself out of dark days. And you don't wake up feeling better. Once you're intoxicated, you're not even into reality. So I just love being alert. I know that if I'm too intoxicated, I can't make videos for days, right? I can't actually produce any good things because my mind is tired. It's trying to actually catch up on sleep, on building back my energy. Any substance that just ruins me and just ruins the next day for me, I just limit it. It's not a necessity. It's something that I enjoy occasionally, maybe 4 times a year, or just right now, it's just been none. Number 6, aimless scrolling and just wasting time. I had to just pull myself back from social media. I honestly enjoy YouTube because I find like a lot of content is usually adding to me. Just like in my darker days when I would go on YouTube, I would find a lot of gurus like Haley Gamba, Jazz Turner. I love those women because they're just pouring more into you. So I like to spend my time absorbing that kind of content. But I found myself like just aimlessly scrolling on like the other platforms like Instagram and TikTok, and it's either leading me to buy something, or I'm just wasting my time. I'm viewing what other people are doing when I could be doing something with myself in my own life. And I just want you to know that like, you are here to live. You are here to create your own storybook. And imagine you wake up and you're spending hours scrolling, or in the middle of the day when you could be at the gym doing something for your health, for yourself, to feel sexy in your body, and you're just scrolling. The only time you will really catch me scrolling, I'm doing cardio and I have time to waste. I'm doing something beneficial to myself while I'm on Instagram. But usually like I will post and get off. I try not to be, I don't have any notifications on my phone other than YouTube. I don't have any notifications. I don't want to see it. Until I open that app, I'm like, okay, cool. And usually the people that need me have my phone number to instantly reach me. Why are you spending so much time seeing what other people are doing and watching what other people are doing? Like scrolling. You need to go buy this, you need to go do this, you need to go alter your body just because you want to look like this person. The fact that you want to look like somebody else, or you want the life that somebody else has, but you're not actually focused on what you could actually have, to create your own goals and your own dreams and bring that to reality, is crazy. That you think that you're just going to spend your life scrolling and actually see those results for yourself. I pulled myself back. I'm like, less time I invest in seeing what other people are doing for their life. Like, let me clap for you, but let me go get on with mine. Because there's nothing wrong with that. Like, clap, like, tap, I'm out. But I'm not going to be fantasizing over anybody else's life when I know that my life can be great, or even better, if I'm just like pouring into myself and just doing what I need to do for me. So why are you not doing that for you? Number 7 is going to be unnecessary spending. Now, this dress is from, I believe, Opali. And girl, I love me an Opali. I love me Fashion Nova. I love Baby Boo. Girl, you could catch me on these sites before. But now I just look at my closet and I'm like, girl, you have too many things. If I wanted to get up and leave, like, I'm like, babe, let's get up and go to Bali for like 3 months. No, I can't bring the whole closet. I can't bring all my perfumes. I can't bring all my bags. I can't bring all this stuff, right? And the best investment is your peace, is your freedom, being able to do and go whenever you please. You can't bring all this stuff with you when you die anyways. So if you wanted to get up and go to Bali, you can't bring your whole wardrobe with you if you wanted to experience the world. Some of you guys want to move abroad, you want to live in certain places. I do. And I had to come to the realization that I got to stop spending my money on all this clothes, trying to keep up with trends, trying to keep up with this and that. You know, if I see a solid piece, I'll buy it. If I see a nice outfit, but honestly, most of the times I buy my outfits on sale. I love Fashion Nova because they always have a sale. But a lot of the times I buy my stuff on sale because it's just like, why am I, unless it's like sportswear, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna need that. Okay, if it's a very like limited piece, but I just stopped spending all this crazy stuff, even on food. You know, I knew that I wanted to have body goals. I wanted to look a certain way. I wanted to carry myself a certain way, fix the internal. I needed to eat better. I needed to do my cardio, my steps. I just needed to fuel my body with more water. I just needed to do these things in order for me to feel good about my health and my body and how it's responding. And the external doesn't matter if the internal is not aligned. Number 8 is living for the world and not for God. I need to put this out there, ladies. Like, we just do too much for everybody else and not for God. And I realized this because yes, I did grow up in a Christian home. Like, my mom would take me to church, but of course I did a lot of rebellious things. I've done a lot in my lifetime, and you have too. The best thing about God is he never stops loving us. He never stops answering us, and he always sees us and accepts us, you know, no matter what season we're in. And you're not always going to have the best, you know, healthiest season. And I knew that this year I needed God even more to pour into me, to work in me, to move through me so that I can move through others and create a community of women who feel good about themselves when they wake up in the morning, and they don't need validation and they don't need to seek approval. And they know that there's no one standard beauty, and they know that there's no one standard body where they need to like diet so intensely to, you know, get a certain image, or go and do all these extreme surgeries to get a certain image. At one point I wanted to get my boobs even bigger, and I'm like, Shen, don't you think what you already have is enough? Like, just, you know, I need to be grateful and pull myself back. Like, Shen, God has already let you do this surgery once. Like, don't you think it's enough? And why do you need to do another one? You know what I mean? Like, why do you really need more and bigger boobs, right? So sometimes I just look at, you know, what we see in the media. We always try to compare our lives to, oh, I need to do this, I need to be this way, I need to do that. And we're seeking attention. We're seeking things outside of ourselves instead of asking God to work through us. So we just wake up naturally feeling like we're enough. And that's all that matters, because then you won't be seeking so much. Like, the world is always changing. So it's not like you're always going to be this perfect person. And we're not supposed to be perfect. We're not supposed to fit in, or even try to fit in, or try to like set a certain standard or live up to a certain standard outside of ourselves. I need you to wake up with being peaceful and being at peace with who you are and who you are becoming. Put your faith in God. Like, if you needed to seek any validation or approval that is holding you back, like, I need you to like take a moment to just thank God for who you are, and that you have life right now, and that there's so much possibilities for you after this video. Like, you can do more with your life. You can accept yourself. You don't need to buy all these things. You don't need all these surgeries. Who you are, God purposely like placed you on this earth for a reason. You overcame many seasons where you thought you couldn't. and he brought you out of it because there is a purpose over your life. Beyond the external beauty, beyond your image, he knows that there's more in you. And that's why you found this page, because I'm about to bring it out. I want you to see your beauty. I want you to see that you're enough for you. The world is always changing, you know, and it's not even in the greatest way that we're trying to keep up with it. So why not just find out more about yourself? What's on your palette? Who are you? Who do you want to become? Which leads to number 9. Number 9 is going to be trying to fit in. I stopped trying to fit in or making people feel comfortable. I love to dress up. I like to look good. I like to smell good. I just like to be that woman. Okay. And I just knew that some people feel intimidated, or they just don't, they're not, it's like sometimes like women are not that nice. And just because you're carrying yourself with more grace, with more confidence, how your aura is coming across can be really intimidating sometimes to other people. And sometimes we're afraid of wearing an outfit or carrying our shoulders back, or just who we are in general as that person. We're afraid to be ourselves because we want to fit in or be with the cool kids. And I remember this because it's like, it starts in elementary school. Like when we're young, we're trying to fit in and have the most amount of friends, and, you know, maintain the most amount of friends, or maintain being liked, maintain being seen and the center of attention. And you know what? I walk into rooms nowadays and I don't need to speak to demand the center of the room. I just need to carry myself without even opening my mouth. And that's enough for me. But I knew that I can't limit myself or shrink myself to fit the standard of other people. If they don't want to evolve, that's not my problem. But if you're offended by me evolving into, when I walk into the room, my aura screams power, woman of grace, a woman that is confident within herself and what she can do for others. Sorry, I can't really help you at that point if you're mad about it. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to stop trying to fit in. I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to wake up in 2024 and just do me, be me, and for me. And that's kind of the wave that I need you to be on, because some of the people around you don't want to evolve. Some of the people just want to be where they want to be, and they don't want to see, like I mentioned before, they want to see you in a box. They want to see where they met you. They don't want to see that you found yourself, and that you know your power, or that you know that you can be powerful. Right? So they just want to keep you there and let you coast while, you know, like they're just watching, making sure that you're eating the breadcrumbs. But we're not on this earth to be eating any breadcrumbs. We're on here for the 3-course meals and up. Right? All the 5-star dinners, babe. Like, I've just had to tell myself that, you know, God didn't put me on this planet. He didn't put you on this planet either to be basic, to accept the bare minimum, which in the next video we are talking about. It's just like God did not put us on this earth for us to just settle in our comfort and let other people control our life and our direction and who we see ourselves as. We're giving people too much power over our life, and we could lose it tomorrow. Like, I had to wake up and be like, Shen, like, if you died tomorrow, would you be happy? Would you be content with how you were living? And I have to ask myself that very often. And sometimes when I reflect back on like my week, and I'm like, did you really go in? Did you really go all the way in on the goals that you wanted, or steps of like planting seeds and watering them for, you know, fruition, for it to actually come? And I was like, no, I didn't, you know. And sometimes I was like, I didn't pull out the camera because I was afraid, or wherever I was afraid of like, if other people were going to be watching me. Honey, just give them a show. Give them a show. Because we're not going to be like, we're not doing this any longer. This year, we're becoming who we desire to become. Who is your higher self? What does she do daily? How does she think? How does she carry herself? And we just got to let some of these things go. Like, if they don't serve you and align with who you want to become, really reflect on it. Like, why are you entertaining it? Why are you investing your time and energy into it and then complaining about it? This year, we need to stop complaining and actually hold ourselves accountable to, our behaviors, who we are. Look in the damn mirror at this point and be like, girl, this is not it, girl. You can do more. You can do more. You can do way more, okay? And this is not to burn out. I don't need you doing like 100 laps. I just need you to wake up and pay attention to things that are not growing you and serving you and pouring into you. And we just break off. Number 10, most important thing I really had to do was acknowledge my lack of faith. My lack of faith in God, my lack of faith in believing that even on my bad days, that when I think like, God, why is this happening to me? That God had already put this in your path, or has already seen my path to strengthen my character, but also test my faith if I believe that he will come through for me if I'm faithful. Because oftentimes I wasn't listening. I would just immediately do something that would self-sabotage or go the other way, and then I would regret it, or I would feel bad about myself or feel bad about my choices and things that I've done. And looking back now, I don't have any regrets, but maybe in the moment I did, and maybe in the moment you do. But I know that when I'm more aware that even in bad situations or situations where you have to choose, we don't always want to choose what we know is right for us, because sometimes our choices, we want the easier fix, we want the fast money, we want this easier thing, or whatever the easier option is. And even if it goes against God, because we don't think God can work fast enough for us, we're just impatient. And I had to believe that, Shen, you need to pull it back, because God does have something for you. He has something for you. He just needs you to spend more time in reading the Bible, listening to better music, surrounding yourself with better people, trusting in his grace, in his purpose over your life. It's not everything can work out in our favor. It's just not the way it's supposed to work out like that. You know what I mean? But I knew that I just had to give God a chance. And I said this year I was making a faith board, and it has changed my life. Ladies, I know it's possible for you, because I've seen what God has done for me in the last 3 months. So you need to just remove that doubt and just build your self-belief. Build that you actually can accomplish something. It's easy to give up. It's easy to settle. It's easy to always say yes to things that don't serve us. But now I just started to look at, is it serving me? If I'm not going to this event because it doesn't serve me, it doesn't allow me to be who I need to be, for the calling of what God has put over my life. So I've limited certain things, and honestly, I'm not missing it. You're not missing out. It's the fear of missing out why we don't want to change. And sometimes you're holding yourself back from seeing a greater picture of what God has over your life. My ladies, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that like button, and the post notification bell for when I drop the next video. Don't forget, share this video to the girlies, because, we want winners on the team. You can't just be winning by yourself. You can't be holding out on the girls. You got to send this to all your girlfriends and let them know that they need to get up, and we all need to work as a team, okay? Because you can't have a weak link in your team. Trust me. I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining me today. See you guys in the next one. I don't know what it is, but before I record, I love to just smell good, and then I'm just in the zone. This is my favorite perfume. It's La Vie Est Belle. I'm not French, so if I pronounce that wrong, please don't come for me. Amazing. It's a head turner.